Hey guys, today I'm going to share drumming pentatonic patterns that turn into much more complicated ideas that really help me build technique, and I truly hope they can help you too. Let me demo some of that flow thing, and then I'll teach you the exercises. Hopefully they'll help you. Okay, I'm sure I did a lot of silly things in that, but it was just a demo of the thing, and I still hope I'll get the point across and help you get better with the flow stuff. So check it out. This is how I would build the drumming part of guitar playing. And let me lay the foundation in terms of language. So we have to use some metaphors, and then I'll transfer them to the actual exercises. So this is like a guitar on a single string, very logical instrument. Imagine this is like a train, okay? And imagine that the train can go up and the train can go down. This is like really simple. And now imagine that in each carriage of the train, if that's the word, actually I have no idea, you can move 4 steps up. So if the train's going up, there's a person in the train, he's also ascending. So it sounds like this, right? Because we can see the motion of the train represented by this finger, and the motion of the person represented by the rest of the fingers. And when the train descends, the man descends, or woman, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and this can also be opposite direction motion, meaning when the train ascends, the person is going to go down like this. And we call this opposite motion because when the train is ascending, the person is descending, and when the train is descending, the person is ascending, right? He's just going the other way. Okay, and the final piece of motion is called alternating motion, which means he's switching his direction of motion all the time. He starts descending, and then he ascends, descends, and then you get this. And when the train descends, he's always going to start opposite of the train. Okay, so I've taught you 3 principles of motion. Same direction motion, meaning the person and the train are doing the same thing. Opposite direction motion, meaning the person is doing the opposite of the train. Train goes up, person goes down. And alternating motion. The person either goes up or goes up and down. So he alternates, but he always starts opposite the train. So if the train is going up, the person is descending on the first step. And when the person, when the train descends, the person starts his first step with up. Okay, and now we can change the length of each carriage. So for example, the carriage can have only 3 notes. That would give me groups of 3. And the person can ascend. Okay, and the person can do opposite motion. Sorry. Okay, so that will be alternating motion. And if the carriage would have two notes, it'll sound like this. Single direction motion. I get this double note because it ends the carriage and starts the new one. Okay, and opposite direction. Okay, so far this has been just a technical definition of the terms. The next step is go to your pentatonic scale, which is a very valuable thing because when you have symmetrical amounts of notes on each string, you get more consistent drumming patterns. So a pentatonic scale on A, this one, right? So single direction motion for a group of two notes would be, first group would be A, C, second group would be C, D, right? And then I practice something with the state of mind of a drummer. So I'm going till it's very comfortable. Right? These are actually two groups of notes, E, G, and G, A. That's like my first drumming pattern. I get very, very comfortable with it as if I were a drummer. The opposite direction of motion would be, if I'm starting on C, first group would be C, A, and second group would be A, C. And once I have that, I can start putting together my whole drumming exercise, which goes like this. Descending. Okay? Now I can do my opposite motion, which is this. But I'm applying this to the pentatonic, remember. So opposite motion, the train is ascending, the person goes down, so it's C, A. Next group is D, D, C, right? So now I connect. Opposite direction. And again, I solve it like a drummer, like ascending. And other descending. Like I make these loops of these two groups because everything else will be the exact same picking pattern. The third group is alternating two group, which is, remember, the person is going down first step and going up second step, this. And descending would be starting with up. Okay, so applied to a pentatonic scale would sound like this. First group, second group. That's the ascension. I do this. And the descending motion, this one. Right? It's basically a drumming thing, and together you do that with a metronome. Then you do the three group. The contrary motion three group. Other side. And alternating three group. Sorry, I think oh yeah, I was right. Okay, and the four group. And so on and so forth. Okay, so you get 9 motions overall. That was the hardest one, I think, the contrary motion 4 group. Okay, that one's a hard one for me anyway. So then, okay, you can get more complicated patterns. Why is this? Because the pentatonic scale is only one thing that has 2 notes on each string. What about major 7 arpeggio, for example, G major 7? It also has 2 notes, so the pattern's applied. Okay, so it's a great thing to use on all kinds of patterns. So let me run through the patterns now with a silly song, and I hope you'll see how I'm using them. Okay, let's do 3 group. On an arpeggio. Let's do a setting 4 group. Contrary motion 4 group. That was a hard one, sorry. That was I always screw up that one. Let's do single direction 2 group. Alternating 4 group in arpeggio. It's still the same pattern. Okay, so I hope you get the idea. I really practiced these a lot until they feel good, and then a lot of different applications. Let me just finish this up with the scale example of the application. So for example, I can also play C major with 2 notes on each string, right? I should really do this slow. I'm sorry. So I can totally apply the same ideas. For example, the 3 group. It's precisely the same kind of drumming as it's just different places on the neck, so I can really do really advanced scale stuff and arpeggio stuff using the same vocabulary that comes from the drumming. So the serious advice here is really to take your time with the drumming. Because once you work out two groups of strings, you kind of have something in your drumming repertoire, and that will hopefully materialize as music. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope this helps you get better. Bye, guys.